I can't believe we're doing this again. Just when I thought we were finally over the wait, Torry Holt was going to get in like he should. Boom, not in the Hall of Fame. I don't really even understand what happened tonight. This is just going to be a reaction. I mean, obviously, I'll give stats to back up my point. No disrespect to Sterling Sharp, but no. I'm sorry. No way should he get in the Hall over Torry Holt. I'm not saying he shouldn't get in the Hall of Fame, but to get in over Torry Holt, I just have so many issues with the way the Hall of Fame just is. I mean, you talk about a guy in Torry Holt that led the entire NFL in receiving yards during his 11-year span in his career. He averaged more touchdowns per game than all 5 of the other wide receiver semifinalists last year. Steve Smith, Reggie Wayne, Andre Johnson, Anquan Bolden, Hines Ward. More yards per game than any receiver in history not named Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson, Antonio Brown, and Tyreek Hill. He's tied for first all-time in 1,600-yard seasons. He's second all-time in 1,300-yard seasons. And he's literally on the Hall of Fame all-decades 2000s team. I mean, what? And the problem I have here is they just put in 3 modern-era Hall of Famers. It's the lightest class in 20 years. If not now, when? Like, I'm starting to wonder if he's ever going to get in. What point were you trying to make? It's just ridiculous, man. I'm tired of it. Kurt Warner should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he should have gotten in with Orlando Pace, but they couldn't give him that. Could not give him that. And then Isaac Bruce had to wait. And now Torry Holt is getting just absolutely shafted. Semifinalist in 2015, semifinalist in 2016, semifinalist in 2017, semifinalist in 2018, semifinalist in 2019, finalist in 2020, finalist in 2021, finalist in 2022, finalist in 2023, and guess what? Finalist in 2024. Meaning he's still not in the damn Hall of Fame, and I just don't know what to say. And look, I don't want to bring stats. I understand it's a little unfair, the disparity between Torry Holt playing in the Greatest Show on Turf offense and playing in the passing era and all that versus maybe Sterling Sharp, who played a little bit earlier and didn't play as long. But look, that's also part of the game. I know he didn't play as long, but so Holt shouldn't be penalized for that. Holt has better numbers. He's played 173 games to 112 of Sterling Sharp. He had 920 receptions to Sterling Sharp's 595. He has over 13,000 receiving yards to Sharp's 8,100, right? 8,134. Yards per reception is 14.5 for his career, which is insane. Sterling Sharp's is 13.7. He has 74 receiving touchdowns to Sterling Sharp's 65. What are we doing? 7 Pro Bowlers to Sterling Sharp's 5. Sterling Sharp has more all pros for whatever reason. Torry Holt has 2, and Torry Holt has a Super Bowl, which must only mean anything for a quarterback. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know at this point what's going on. I think there's just, I did a video on this last year. It feels like this is an annual thing now. It literally is. But the video, it's just this whole Greatest Show on Turf bias against, let's just put it this way. He had 3 of his 11 years as part of the Greatest Show on Turf, if you even want to say that. So, come on now. It's not like he was on the Greatest Show on Turf forever. And they act like he played his whole career with elite quarterbacks. Oh, he had Kurt Warner. He had Kurt Warner for 50 games. Okay, Mark Bulger he played with for 87 games. Mark Bulger was not a bad quarterback. Is he a Hall of Famer like Kurt Warner? No. David Garrard, 15. Trent Green, 6. Jamie Martin, 5. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 3. Gus Frerotte, 3. Chris Chandler, 2. Scott Covington, 1. And Brock Berlin, 1. What elite quarterback is on that list aside from Kurt Warner? Like, whatever you want to say, I mean, it's just so ridiculous, man. He led the NFL in receiving yards during his entire career span. I just don't understand. Like, what are we even doing? I don't even get it. And this brings me to my next thing is, who do I blame? The Hall of Fame, obviously. A 4-person Hall of Fame class. Gee, thanks. I mean, are you serious? Like, I can't even believe this. It pisses me off because he deserves recognition. He's the odd man out right now. It's Bruce, it's Falk, it's Pace, it's Kurt Warner, and he's not in there. And it's like, well, why the hell is he not in there? Why? I just don't even know what to say. I don't. I have no idea. Sterling Sharp, Jared Allen, Eric Allen, and Antonio Gates. That's it. That is it. I don't like, here's my thing. It's an honor for these guys to be in. So the last thing I want to do is rip Sterling Sharp. I never understood this whole, we can only have one wide receiver in each Hall of Fame class. You're creating a logjam. It's all on you. And to change, and I don't even know, who knew, by the way, who knew that they changed the rules for the Hall of Fame? Great. So it was already ridiculous as it was, where you have guys like Torry Holt that have to wait, 15 years now? It was already ridiculous. And not 15 years, but you get my point. Over 10. It was already ridiculous, and now you're making it, this is getting to be, this is bad. Because you have guys like that might not even get in if this is the new, and who thought? Like, I've seen Hall of Fame classes where you have 7 or 8, 4, 3 modern. Like, what are we doing? I mean, for anyone that was hoping Roman Gabriel gets in, you can kiss that goodbye. LC Greenwood, Lester Hayes. How are they getting in? I mean, 4-person Hall of Fame class, only 3 modern. That is just insane to me. I can't even believe this. I'm just dumbfounded. I had already made the thumbnail. I had the biggest assumption that he was making it. I'm like, actually, I don't know why I'm shocked, but I mean, sooner or later, I hate to say this, but the Hall of Fame is just going to be dumbed down. And it's not because of who they let in, although I will say some guys have gotten in that should have waited longer than others, but it's more so who they've left out. And it's just kind of ridiculous at this point. Henry Ellard should have got, it's just, there's a lot. There's a lot of snubs, and I get it. It's an exclusive list, but I just think this is an issue. And there are more guys that are on the outside looking in this sport than I'm pretty sure any other sport. You look at baseball, you look at the ballot, we see the ballot every year, and you can, as a voter, vote up to 10 names. And you look and you're like, I don't think I would choose 10 of these guys. I might choose 5 to 7. I'm not choosing 10 unless I really have to stretch it. The NFL, it's like if you did a ballot like that, you would need more than 10. There are so many deserving players. Just think about it. It's really crazy to me. I'm going to look up the finalists right now. I want to see this because all the finalists, there's 15 modern era finalists, And only 3 get in. That's so stupid. Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Willie Anderson, another snub, by the way. Jari Evans, Antonio Gates, Torry Holt, Luke Kuechly, Eli Manning, Steve Smith, Terrell Suggs, Fred Taylor, Adam Vinatieri, Reggie Wayne, Darren Woodson, Marshall Yanda. 13 of the 15, I would say, are probably Hall of Famers. Man. And then it brings me to my next case, because I'm complaining about the Hall of Fame and there's blame to go there, but I'm not going to avoid addressing this. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care who gets offended. I don't care. I said this with Isaac Bruce. I'm not going to say names. Whoever is representing Torry Holt, because you get the local media that watched him play, that covered him. These are the people that make the arguments for these players. Whoever is representing Torry Holt is doing a not good enough job. I'm not going to say a bad job. I'm not in the room. But clearly, if you can't argue that Torry Holt is a Hall of Famer, you're not doing it right. I mean, there shouldn't even be an argument. This is the easiest thing ever. The guy led his entire group, every wide receiver in his class, his pure list, since he came into the league. That span of his career, he led the league in receiving yards, and he's not in the Hall of Fame, and it's taken over 10 years. Whoever's representing him isn't doing a good enough job, and I said that about Isaac Bruce. Why did it take so long for Isaac Bruce? Guy had over 1,700 yards. He retired as the second all-time leading receiver. I mean, how Isaac Bruce? Come on. It took so long for Bruce. It's taking long for Holt. So I'm going to say this. I think whoever is, defending them or making the case for them, going in that room and trying to pitch that they should be a Hall of Famer, is not doing a good enough job. I could do a better job because I've already done it. How is this hard? If you can't see, that's the thing. Everybody's to blame. Whoever is going up to bat for Torry Holt is doing not the best job because it hasn't happened in over 10 years. Whoever is not voting in Torry Holt is an ignoramus because this dude should have been voted in the first 5 years of his, availability. And then the Hall of Fame. Like, oh yeah, we have a logjam, so let's make it even worse by making it a 4-person Hall of Fame class and making 3 of them modern era. And again, Sterling Sharp it wasn't even a modern era, so he didn't even make it over Torry Holt. He was in his own category, but I just have so many issues with that. Not that Sterling Sharp got in, but like, how are we sitting here? Torry Holt isn't a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. I'm ranting because I know you all, if you're watching this, are probably just annoyed as I am. And I think it absolutely hurts the credibility of the Hall of Fame. What's next? Are we going to do 3 next year? How about 2 modern and 1 classic or legendary or whatever the hell we want to call it? I think it's the Legends era. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's just go. How about let's just go down to 1? Let's just go to baseball. How about nobody gets in? How about that? 4? Are you freaking kidding me? Baseball, there are 25 guys now 26 guys on a roster. All right. Typically, you'll have 10 pitchers, 11 pitchers, and you'll have about 10 to 13, depending on how you align your roster, 10 to 13 hitters. The NFL, you have 22 starters, 11 on one side, 11 on the other. You have special teamers as well. You have 53 on a roster as opposed to 26. Like, they're going to have an issue with this. They already do. You're leaving all these guys out. Oh, man. And just wait. I mean, it's only going to get more stacked up. What's 2026 look like? 2026 Hall of Fame class. NFL. Let's see here. Here are the players that are eligible for 2026. We got, wow, that's crazy. Todd Gurley is eligible for 2026. That really, that is wild. Marcus Pouncey, Drew Brees, Geno Atkins, Larry Fitzgerald, Steven Gostkowski, LaShawn McCoy, Jason Witten, Frank Gore, David DeCastro, Todd Gurley, Mike Iupati, Greg Olson, Phillip Rivers, Julian Edelman, Thomas Davis, Jarrell Casey, Des Bryant, Kelechi Osemele, Sean Lee, Kawan Short, Dontari Poe, Damon Harrison, Alfred Morris, Anthony Sherman, Mike Pouncey, Alex Smith, Matt Schaub, Jordan Reed, Tramon Williams. Like, are you kidding me? It's just so disappointing. They're going to have such a backlog and people are just going to stop caring. Oh, they had no leaks today. I know they cut down on the leaks. Well, no one gives a rip because you only put in 4 guys. Anyway, that's my rant. It's been way too long. Hope you guys enjoyed. Unsponsored video. Pretty much just putting this out there because I was just aggravated and honestly, I wanted to vent, but I knew I could vent and make it content by, including stats and all of that. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys, I'm just bummed. Tory has been on this channel before, back when I was doing Believe in Rams with Cam, and obviously I wanted him to get in before that, but when someone comes on your show and, gives you the time of day, there's an extra motivation there. But it's not even that. It's just, I want what's right to be done. And you can't look at Torry Holt's career and sit there and say, yeah, that's not a Hall of Famer. You can sit there and say, yeah, his time will come. When? It's not going to get any easier. This should have been the year. It should have been the year prior. He's been screwed. We can all admit to ourselves he's been screwed. And that's all I got. Again, hope you guys enjoy. That's all I got for you. Take it easy, folks. Later. All right, guys. So once again, just want to let you guys know that you can check out my new side project, The Lounge. I interview athletes, musicians, actors, actresses, all the 9. So definitely check it out over on The Lounge with Jake ELLENBOGEN channel. Be sure to subscribe and enjoy. In case you guys haven't noticed, I do have a Discord channel for my community on this channel. And if you want to be a part of it, it is free. The link is in the description below. You can sign up. This is basically a 24/7 Rams channel, and we are almost at 1,100 members. So if you want to be a part of it, just hit the link in the description below.